Hello everyone and welcome to the sPvP series that I am making, where I essentially play the Power Shiro Revenant build on Meta Battle. You'll find the link below. It's one of the most popular Revenant builds at the current time, and it's usually been one that stays in the meta for quite a while when it does show up. Right now, just so everyone knows, I am in the lower gold to like mid gold skill level, I would say. Not that the rankings are always the most accurate, but those are generally the games where I feel like I can pretty much either carry my team to ensure that we win at that point. So yeah, welcome, and let's jump right into the first game. It looks like I just came off respawn, so I've already died once, and I am currently targeting the Bladesworn on their team. Switch to the Will Bender. Generally like to use face reversal into Guardians just because they often have a lot of blocks. Switching into Glint. I see my ally getting cleaved out. This rev's pretty low. I'm probably gonna switch to Shiro, yeah, and then face reversal over. Get him down. So we're just down by a few points at this point. Looks like we have a Chrono on this point. Chronos also have a lot of blocks, so I will probably... Oh, looks like I go for the Sword 5. That's enough. Along with Faceted Nature. Have the Willbender back at mid. Face reversal down to him. Missed a couple skills there. Get about 5 or 6 stacks of burning, unfortunately, but my allies pretty much cleave him down. Now I see the Mesmer and the other Rev are on me. Switch to Glint, use my heal. And I'm basically just trying to survive and make sure we get that down. Which it looks like we do. I go after and chase the Herald here. And unfortunately, what you'll see here is I try to use my, I guess the Faceted Nature second, half of the skill, and I don't get it off, which means I'm not getting any energy, or at least not that fast, so I don't have my face reversal enough up again to chase him. And that ends up with me kind of losing track of him here. So here's another fight. Looks like the Revenant's already down. I'm just gonna probably jump in here and try to finish off the Guardian real quick. Sword 3. And then I think he starts to res, so I go ahead and I guess I leave him. Try to finish this Mesmer as fast as I can. He just dodges right into my Sword 4. And then I think I'm still tracking that Guardian is over there. So just trying to finish off this Ranger as fast as we can. Yeah, he's still up there. I can see him. So running back up, and yeah, I see his health start to go up, so I decided to just cleave him down. I've noticed that Revenant doesn't have a lot of good stomp utility. I think other than the blind from Glint, it's pretty much the only thing I have to prevent them from interrupting me. And this is an interesting one, so I end up chasing this warrior, and I think things get turned around on me pretty fast here because I'm not tracking the other spawns. Yeah. So Rev shows up, Mesmer's here. It looks like we're back. I see my teammate fighting the Ranger. I want to move into that just to finish the kill as fast as we can. So start off on Glint. Just knock him down. I think that's Stone Signet right there. So face reversal, Faceted Nature, Sword 3. And he's down. Heal real quick. That warrior is doing me in. Luckily I get my heal off before he dragon triggers me. I've had a lot of trouble with the Bladesworns. So I see the ranger is rezzing, I interrupt his pet with Jade Winds, and then I just go for the stomp. And I don't get it, so he's back up. Now I'm in trouble. Yeah, I gotta get out of there. I do see someone calls a target on him, so I turn around and go back in. Yeah, he's not moving, so he's gonna eat that entire Faceted Chaos. Chaos release, I should say. Do a little stun break. Try to finish this guy. I should really use my... Okay, that's fine. And this time I do get the stomp. Or not. One more time. At this point, I think the game starts turning around. You'll see we're losing by about 24 points here, but still we come back. So here I see my allies getting chased by the Bladesworn. My ally has the target on him for some reason. Rev's low, he kills him on his own. So now I'm just trying to kind of stall so we can get that, secure that kill. The dragon trigger is unblockable, and I continually forget that. So I am using my staff 3 quite a lot, and then just eating the whole thing pretty often. Okay, sword 3 on this guy, and he finally goes down. So my strategy with the Bladesworns is really I only fight them if I'm just defending a node, which is not really what I want to be doing, that we have capped, or if my teammates are there with me. Just because you need a decent amount of burst to really get them down, and they can pretty much out-sustain my DPS, or at least how I know how to do DPS at this point. So, unfortunately, I heal this Rev. I love getting the Saf 2 off if I can. We both brick on our... Let's see here, and then looks like I'm just trying to survive. Oh, get him with the sword 4. Windmill capture. And he goes down. Kind of just jumping around here because I wasn't sure if we were gonna secure all those kills. But yeah, at this point we're winning pretty well. See the Bladesworn again. Probably gonna jump on him. And this goes pretty tragically for me. So, sword 4, switch to staff. I'm blocking, and that's pointless because dragon trigger is gonna do me in there. And then I think his sword, his Bladesworn skill, whatever his range damage is there, just pretty much burst me down. But yeah, at this point we have 3 cap, and that's gonna be game for them. Alright, so here's the next game. I don't think we actually end up winning this one, but I do want to, show honestly what it's like, kind of in the trenches of lower gold ranked queue. Since I do know that for a lot of new players, this is probably where they'll be. So I think it just gives a good idea of the sort of experience you'll have, especially if you're learning your class like I am. So here I am overextending, right? So I have my ally with me, but I really shouldn't have gone through at this point. So I'm chasing this Necro, but he lands, I have 7 Torment. I pop my heal. I get knocked down, and I'm trying to run away. I don't think I have the ability to make it out of there safely. Yeah, no, because this Rev's gonna do me in. Alright, so we're coming in off respawn, and I see our home is getting capped. My team is sort of dying, so I just decided to go ahead and fight this. Even though my class really shouldn't be doing these 1v1s if I can help it. Okay, pop my heal pretty early, which means I'm already thinking about kiting away. Yeah, there you go. I switch to staff, block, and get out of there. I don't think anyone's chasing me here. So I'm trying to get back into it, switch, get on the target, and yep, there we go.
The keep is yours.
And then I start to see that my team's going down, so I'm trying to kite out of here. And I think I'm pretty screwed. Yeah, that's it. I see someone's got a target on them out there. So pick that up. He's getting, I think he's got 2 people on him already. Now I'm kind of weary of coming through here because last time I did that I got popped. So I am just running back for my life now.
They took the head.
Allows my support guardian to come heal me, which is actually really, really nice. And then it looks like we've got an opportunity with this guy who's kind of on his own. Yeah, he's pretty pressured. He's gonna go down. And you see me using impossible odds just to cleave him down because I see the rest of their team sort of barreling down on us across mid. Next I want to kill the Harbinger if I can, since he's probably the most dangerous to me with his conditions. And for some reason he decides, well, I guess he wants to die on node. So possible odds to get that cleave real quick. And then next up will be the Mesmer. Sword 4 for some reason. I think this guy does a really good job of turning this around on me. Yeah, he's getting a lot of damage on me, and he is healing while doing so. I don't have a whole lot of experience fighting Mesmers actually. So I end up having to use my heal. Looks like the Guardian is here to help him at this point, as well as maybe someone else. I might be in trouble here. Yeah, that's it for me unless I start heading towards mid. I see the engineer coming. Used my stun break a little early there. I'm pretty low. Gotta get my heal off in time, but I have a lot of conditions on me. So yeah, I probably should have, in that situation, just left. I should have just left, because there's a lot more kiting options closer to the point. I think my plan there was to try to stall them as long as I could. It just didn't work out. So I'm going back in. See the Mesmer is pretty low. He goes down.
Your enemy took the mine.
I think my ally just gets downed right there. I just noticed that in watching this recording. Probably should have jumped on the engineer who was killing him. So, I take a lot of damage going for that revive, so I pop my heal. I don't get a lot for it. And this time I actually successfully use this sort of jump spot here, which is pretty nice. The other guy's not able to do it, so he just leaves. But unfortunately at this point I don't know what to do, so I can heal a little bit. I don't want to go in just because I don't have enough health. So I kind of end up just jumping around back here. My ally is sort of dying out there. So he's in kind of a 2 or 3v1 situation. So my support ends up coming. He goes for the cap. And I think I kind of messed this one up here. Yeah, I don't quite get there in time, and now I'm in a 2v1. So not the best plan.
The chieftain has returned.
But that's game. So here's game 3.
Hold on to your
As you can see, they've got a Spellbreaker, Soul Beast, Guardian, Necro, and a Rev on their team. Yeah, this game ends up being pretty close. I think our team probably could have really crushed them, but as you can see here, we got someone saying stay on point. I don't always know what people mean by that or who they're directing that towards, because some classes should and some people shouldn't. But yeah.
You've captured Lion.
we end up getting kind of out-rotated by them for a little bit. So I go to mid after capping home. Usually I don't want to do that, but no one else did, so. Go ahead and get the Guardian down pretty quick. And next we're going on the Necro. I realized like halfway through this fight that this is like a minion Master Necro or something. Just because I see they've got, at this point they've only got their Blood Fiend out, but later on I see a couple more minions. So I ended up going on the Rev here just because someone called target, and I'd rather focus if I can with our team. So we get him down next to his Ranger. Sword 3, and then pretty much get him down. So now we have home in mid, and I see the Necro over there. I'm pretty sure our team's gonna take care of him because I just wasn't getting the sense that he was that good, so I didn't really bother chasing. I just kind of want to prevent their respawns from decapping our home. But surprisingly, no one was going at this time, so I ended up kind of peeking around. See one guy going through there. I think it ends up being the Warrior going to our home, and then the Ranger. So I go for the Warrior. I eat a lot from the Ranger. And I know that we've got support over here, so I just decided to run back to him. Since I really don't want to start a 1v1, which I'm already not going to be good at on the wrong foot, if you will. So I get resustained, land a Sword 4, Death Strike, and Ranger's down. The Might from support also helped me out quite a lot.
The Colosseum's artifacts are accruing power.
Yeah, so I decide I don't want to fight that Warrior at home that bad, so I figure I'll just snowball with my team in front of their home. Just try to get these guys down, and then I see no one is at mid at this point, so I'm like, probably go defend that because I bet the Warrior's coming here. And there he is. I don't really want to take this fight, but I do want to hold the cap.
The artifacts have reached maximum power.
So I Sword 3 into that block pretty nicely, which is a mistake.
We must rise and return to the fight. You've captured.
Looks like I'm kind of trying to, do my stun break, eat a little bit of that. Get him knocked down, go straight into a Sword 3. He's doing his full counter, so I stop attacking, and the Ranger shows up. Which, if I had been paying attention, I could have seen the Ranger coming and left, which would have been probably a much better play. So I end up going back for more. So here I am against the Ranger once again. Let's see what I end up doing here. So I do have a teammate with me, and it looks like my team sort of died. So I know that a couple of them will be coming off respawn, and we go ahead and burst this guy down pretty quick. And that's more of an ideal situation. As a Revenant, I really don't want to take too many fair fights, to be honest. So I'm probably going to face reverse into the Guardian, yep. Try to use my heal real quick and Sword 3. I see one of my allies goes down. But I'm still just trying to do as much damage as I can, knock him back. And then I see my other ally go down, so I'm starting to think maybe I should get out of here. The Warrior ends up chasing me pretty far at this point. Okay, he's got me all the way over here. I'm kind of just running around with him. Just trying to stay alive. I don't have a whole lot of cooldowns left. Use that pole to stay in the fight. Get a nice knockback, which lets me get my staff 4 off, and now I'm healing up a little bit more, and he ends up leaving me. Fortunately, I think I go into that full counter, go for the Sword 3, someone puts a target on him, but I see the Ranger is here, and I think I'd rather kill them since it'll just be a lot faster. So we get them down. Warrior's actually down as well. See, we're losing by a few points. Do want to jump on the Necro. He's got full shroud, unfortunately. Yeah, Necros I usually like to go for knockbacks if I can, or any sort of interrupt, since they usually don't have a whole lot to avoid them. Allies end up cleaving a lot of them down. But I do want to help my warrior, who is kind of in a 2v1 right now. So face traverse in. Go for the death strike. I don't think I get it. Sword 3 does a good bit of damage. Now he's blocking my impossible odds. Yeah, we are just trying to stay on this guy. And yeah. The warrior, I think, starts self-rezzing immediately while I jump on the ranger, and then I see he's rezzing, but I don't have anything to get to him. So he's gonna actually get back up, unfortunately. I think he ends up getting me down pretty good here. Luckily though, allies with me, and Spellbreaker just can't really cleave me down enough to prevent that. So it looks like I just want to cap rather than go for the kill at this point. See the warriors fighting our warrior over there. Go back in. He's got his block up. Sword 3. I don't really want to fight out here if I can avoid it. It's too close to their spawn. Now I'm getting a little pressured, but I know my ally's coming with the sword buff, so I kind of kite towards him. Yeah, my ability to fight warriors one-on-one is not high, but luckily survived just long enough to get him down, and then we can go in on the Guardian. So I'm sort of waiting. I get out of combat, get a decent amount of health, and then we jump in. And that'll probably be game for them.
Your team is victorious.